The comments which are downvoted to oblivion are the most interesting to read. Why? You might ask why. It's because said comments aren't an act for karma, they aren't a play. They seem to portray real feelings, and what is said is different and sparks better debate. When I see a certain topic in a post, I always scroll down to see the most downvoted comments to see what they offer. It's also fun to see people say absurd things. Edit, punctuation. Second edit, and I like downvoted comments since they sometimes are absurd and hilarious. Always sort by controversial, unless it's the Reddit circle jerk brigade and someone had used an emoji. The worst is when you get a ton of downvotes but no comments, like do you have a point to make or are you just downvoting because I disagree? This isn't an unpopular opinion. I agree. Sometimes the most unpopular comments are the most truthful and important. As long as the comments aren't prejudiced. We live in a deception epidemic and a post-truth society. Many people only want their beliefs validated, rather than getting the truth. Companies, governments, and others with vested interests know this and profit hugely from it. I'd say this is true of r/politics. These are the people who think differently from that hive mind, for better or worse. I'd say it is hit or miss. Sometimes they're well-informed comments or interesting opinions that go against groupthink, and sometimes they're just ignorant comments that are intolerant towards a large portion of the population. This is how popular politicians' decisions led to the government mishandling the coronavirus is just as likely to get downvoted on subs as this is why I blame this group of individuals for all the problems I see in my life. It's because said comments aren't an act for karma. But there is the opposite of trying for karma, which is trolling to get a reaction and downvotes out of everyone. So your point about them being seemingly real feelings because there is no reward is not correct in all cases. People are still motivated to be controversial and get downvotes. But I agree it's fun and interesting to see how crazy people can be, or what people tend to downvote in general. I am usually one of the people downvoted to oblivion because I don't believe most of the things that the Reddit hive does. I appreciate this post. Comments downvoted into oblivion are the most interesting to read. What the comment downvoted to oblivion says, slightly smiling face. I agree. I especially hate how not only are those comments pushed to the bottom, they are also minimized. Some mods even get delete happy. Fight the man. Cowboy hat face, zany face, slightly smiling face, pensive face, face with tears of joy, 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 beaming face with smiling eyes, 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 face with tears of joy, smiling face, face with tears of joy, winking face with tongue, kissing face with smiling eyes, kissing face with smiling eyes, upside down face, savoring food, kissing face with closed eyes, smiling face with halo, face with tears of joy, smiling face, winking face, smiling face with heart eyes, kissing face with closed eyes, face with raised eyebrows, smirking face, partying face, worried face, confused face, disappointed face, smiling face with sunglasses, nerd face, face with tongue, face blowing a kiss, kissing face, squinting face with tongue, confused face, slightly frowning face, worried face, flushed face, fearful face, face with symbols on mouth, hugging face, face with hand over mouth, face with hand over mouth, sleepy face, drooling face, woozy face, nauseated face, kissing cat face, weary cat face, smiling cat face with heart eyes, pouting cat face, kissing cat face, okay hand, 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 lolxd. Ooh r/whoosh normie lols. I know how to control the karma, but I'm not saying, smiley face, it's my cake day. Can I get an upvote? Crossed fingers face with tears of joy. r/found themobeliuser face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, fucking mobile users with capital letters LMAO. Instagram is better than Reddit and Fortnite is better than Minecraft. EA good, Hong Kong bad, China good. Reddit is stealing everything from 9gag and Facebook, uneasy face. God exists, and his plan is unknown. Old Star Wars. PFF that thing sucks. New Star Wars gang rise up. Disney is amazing weary face. Weed and vaping should be banned. Trump 2020. Keanu Reeves sucks. In my experience, if they're in the negatives just a little bit, it isn't always because what they said was dumb, just something unpopular, and maybe even bring up a good point. However, 99.9% of the time if I see a comment downvoted to absolute hell, it's because they said some genuine stupid shit / want attention and proceed to be dismantled by the replies. Still interesting nonetheless. Sometimes it's just sad the kind of things people believe. Not even a matter of different opinion, a lot of times they're just ignorant. I always go on the lightning one when sorted, and you are right. They make you mad, confused, or cringe, and those emotions are addictive. Unfortunately, many of those comments tend to get deleted. Yeah, that deleted, followed by a comment that says something along the lines of "you're supporting child raping in Zimbabwe." And the occasional emoji, followed by someone saying emoji bad. It's an interesting effect. 2 or 3 people downvote for a reason, then the others monkey see monkey do. I once got downvoted under -350. The TLDR is uplived in an apartment and owned a dog that barked. They were complaining about their neighbor who was complaining about it and reported them for it. My comment was stating that Up was the asshole for owning a barking dog in an apartment surrounded by other people, and rather than the neighbor who reported and complained about it. I was downvoted to below -350. People were overwhelmingly against me. Their points were along the lines of the apartment allows dogs, and anyone who doesn't like it should move. I argued that Up is still an asshole. People shouldn't be expected to up and move to get away from excessive noise in their own home / apartments. Not every area has plenty of dog-free housing options, etc. Good times, but I left my comments up and stood by them, defended them, despite hundreds of downvotes. If I think I have a good point, I'll let it stand regardless of downvote numbers. I care more about people using logic and showing me if / how I'm wrong, and sometimes I am, and they'll bring up points I didn't consider. They should change the name of the sub to r/quick think of something easy for upvotes. This can be true for many reasons. When you realize that Reddit is one of the most astroturfed sites out there, you can learn a lot from which posts and comments are downvoted into oblivion. It doesn't happen so much in here, but I'm active on the Daily Mail, and occasionally I'll state something that's pure fact and it'll get downvoted because people don't like the truth. Yeah. On Reddit, where popular subs are starting to lean into one political group or the other, it's really interesting to see a point made from the opposite side, or even contribute one, that is downvoted to hell. It helps combat the political echo chambers that are basically any sub with more than 50,000 members. Are we just stating facts now? Controversial is where you find the people who dare to have opinions not aligned with Reddit groupthink. Met. Sometimes it's just a troll looking to stir shit up. Mixed bag really. If you go to a subreddit filled to overflowing with flat earthers, and say it's round, you'll be downvoted into oblivion. Unfortunately, larger and larger portions of the site have been so thoroughly inundated with crazy people, that this dynamic is now at play all over Reddit.